let's move on quickly. Ghana's economy, Citi witnessed average depreciation of 6.2% in the 2024 first quarter. And a number of papers carrying that story this morning. Let's quickly take a look at that on citinewsroom.com. The Citi depreciation averaged 6.2% in 2024 first quarter. Now, the local currency, the Citi, has witnessed an average depreciation of 6.2 against the three major trading currencies, the dollar, the pound, and the euro, according to the latest data released by the Bank of Ghana. Now, the significant decline in the 22.3% average depreciation recorded as of March 2023. All right, so it was pretty serious last year. This year seems to be much, much better. In March 2024, summary of the economic and financial data, the central bank pegged the Citi at 12.74 to the dollar, marking a year-to-date depreciation rate of 6.8%. Now, the depreciation rates for the Citi against the dollar for January, February, and March were 1.3%, 4.7%, and 6.8% respectively. So that gives us the average for the first quarter at the 6.2%. All right, Kabute, this is where we find ourselves.
I think the issue of Citi depreciation now is no news again. The downtrodden has been there. It's sad. It's sad because you were expecting that when people give their word, they would work at it. So there's a trend. You look at now that the dollar rate is higher. Then you came in rightly to read, and your read clearly states that there's a failure to halt it, but there's actually actions in place that, however, shows signs that it is reducing.
Yeah.
So it's progress. Technically, you are seeing progress, that you are actually reducing it. It's a problem when you are not seeing a total halt, because after even halting, then you even cry for a reverse of a trend.
Yeah.
Because it's something that goes with hiking. You need to reduce, halt it, and then reverse the trend. But what have we said? Hiking continues in general terms, as you see, because even though you have actually reduced it, again, you still see it's moving on. So another person would like to stand at the other end where he sees the rates hiking.
Yeah.
Another person would see it technically right, that look, it's hiking, but the rate of hike is reducing. And then another person can totally tell you, look, I was expecting you to totally halt it. Like my father would tell you, look, when you come with the exam paper, and I showed my papa my exam paper, and I was like, look, in the class we all had issues with the paper. The question was very difficult. So, I got a 62. I did well. Because others, when I started, the others say halt it there. It is between you and I an agreement. I pay one person's school fees. And I expect that out of 100, you record about 80 or 90 for me. Okay, so leave the rest and talk to me. See, so we've seen the efforts, but it is that there is more room for improvement.
Yeah.
And you see, these rate swings has a very serious impact on the economy. One very funny thing that people always talk about is they always focus on, yes, those who are going to import, needing the dollar, but let's also focus on those who I call the dollar hawks.
Okay.
There are people who are they trade currencies.
Yeah.
So they hoard this dollar, and there's a creation of panic sometimes, and then they can manipulate the systems to their advantage.
Yeah.
So when this panics happen, the dollar hawks can change the destiny of the whole game. They can just hoard the dollar, and then when it is in shortage, they create that panic, and then they always hike their prices. And there are also some, grapevines going on that other country reps come into the country, and they buy our dollar.
I see.
And some also trade with their foreign currency in our country. So let's be careful.
All right. Paul, quickly.
Okay, Kogu. Let's all admit that our economy is dollarized. Let's admit that.
But there are things
let's
we
not
do.
play the ostrich.
No, but there are things we do in this country. We don't admit to it, and we will say it's illegal, but everybody sees it going on.
Bank
and we
of
don't do anything
Ghana
about
keeps sending out notices day and night
it. Yeah.
that we should desist from transacting in dollars. Forgive me. But look, go to the hotels, even some of the restaurants. They all deal in dollars. When the finance minister is presenting the budget,
Yeah.
everything is presented in dollars.
The quotations
Where
are in
do you
dollars.
see the Ghana Citi sign? Everything is in dollars. All right? So our country is dependent on the dollar. And so much so that, listen, as far as our sector is concerned, when I say our sector, I'm talking of the petroleum industry. In every month, petroleum importers, that is the bulk oil distributors, okay, they need in excess of $400 million every month to import finished petroleum products into the country. Now ask yourself, how sustainable is this?
Yeah.
That almost every month you are requesting for $400 million to import finished products in order that OMCs can also serve consumers. Just between January and February, the city had lost, 4.2%. And so coming with 6.2 today, I'm not really surprised.
Okay.
And that is why we are seeing what we are seeing at the pumps when we go to fill our tanks. All right? The city is a major determining factor when we are pricing petroleum products. And so we need the city to stabilize, one, so that when finished products are imported, you and I, when we go to the pumps, we can have some form of relief.
Yeah.
But when the city is not stabilized, one, the BDCs are skeptical as to what time to even import because there's no stability.
Yeah.
If today you are seeing 12.5, the next moment you wake up, it is 13.5. And so they do also what is called a future forexing.
Okay.
Okay, so at every point, because there's no stability.
They anticipate.
Yes, there's the need for them to add on. And so if you go to the banks and they are giving it to you at 13.5, they do not know what will happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
So better they may also have to add some 1 CD and
That's
make it 14.5.
speculative.
Yes.
And unfortunately,
And that's what is called the future forex. And so we keep going through this cycle almost every 2 weeks.
yeah.
And that is why we have higher petroleum prices at the pumps. So where we have people at the helm of affairs who for once told us that the city or the dollar has been arrested and the keys have been given to the IGP, please, it is time to revisit this. Look, let us have that stakeholder engagement as to how we can stabilize our city.
Okay.
Because believe you me, as a country that is a net importer of petroleum products, we will keep buying petroleum at that higher price if we do not have a way to stabilize the city.
Okay.